Welcome to this week's virtual safari, where we finally get another view of the Ngungwe female and her cub. And then we sit tentatively on the edge of our seats as a young nomadic male lion belts out a full-blown roar while being deep within the Ndzhenga male's territory. So the Ngungwe female was found with a carcass hoisted in a marula tree directly opposite Varty Camp. So primed for some unbelievable viewing, we sat with her while she was just resting up in the tree, hoping that at some point she would then come down, either feed on her carcass, move around a little bit, or potentially go and get her cub. So now while we were sitting with the Ngungwe female, we got a call over the radio that 2 other leopards were chasing after each other not so far away. So we shot across there to find the Xinzele Female driving the Makomsava Female back east.
Come along, JV's illegal link, they're mobile east into the Kambula.
They must have had a little altercation because the Xinzele Female had a little gash on her shoulder. But why is the Makomsava Female all the way down here? We know she has recently lost her recent litter of cubs, so maybe she's out and about looking for a male to mate with. But anyways, after a short while, those leopards went their separate ways and peace prevailed. Since we last saw the Ngungwe female, she sadly lost one of her cubs. We're not too sure what happened, when it happened, or what went down. But this last remaining cub is awfully skittish. So we had a brief sighting not so long ago where the Ngungwe female had another carcass hoisted in a tree. And despite her best efforts of trying to get the cub to come across and feed with her, the cub flat out refused and didn't reveal itself at all. That afternoon we returned back to the Ngungwe female and were greeted by a marvelous sight of the cub up in the tree feeding. So we sat back and watched from a distance as it was just feeding away on a very windy afternoon, the mother resting down on a termite mound in the distance. So after a decent feed, the cub then began to get a little bit more nervous and eventually bolted down out of the tree and ran across to where its mother was resting on the mound. So slowly but surely, with more exposure to the vehicles, this cub will then grow to know that it means no harm, the vehicles present no danger or harm towards it. This is a very slow and tedious process, but one that is necessary in order to help this cub relax. Now the Kambula males absolutely fascinate me with their movements. On a recent morning we watched two of them cross through the Sand River and constantly stop to look back over their shoulders, concerned about something from behind them. So they very likely had a run-in with some other lions, which caused them to split up, and these two brothers stayed together, and possibly the other two brothers stayed together. Anyways, we've been spoilt with animals crossing through the Sand River of late, and this was a spectacular sighting as they then walked right past the vehicle. But having them on Londolozi is great, because they are large, pretty impressive looking males. And I just wish they managed to gain a little bit of confidence and realize their size and strength of being a coalition of 4, and the potential for them to just take over a little bit more territory, and in turn the prides of females within that. Now, on a note of confidence, there is a young nomadic male lion lurking around the deep southeastern parts of Londolozi that certainly doesn't lack any confidence. And on a morning not so long ago, I heard a male lion belting out a full-blown roar. I got down there to find the Styx young male walking straight down the road towards me, roaring and scent marking, strutting around like he owned the place.
Confirm.
Although he's young, he certainly is bold, and this is now very deep within the Ndzhenga male's territory. We mentioned that last week with the Nkahuma and Talamati males also being in the Ndzhenga male's territory. But I do know that they are very likely the father of this Styx male. And so whether he knows that and he's just taking a chance, or there hasn't been as much oppression from the Ndzhenga males towards him that would drive him out of the area, I'm not too sure. This is just a very bold statement from him, and one that's likely going to get a bit of attention from the Ndzhenga males going forward. So what does this mean for the Ndzhenga males? Is their stronghold beginning to slip? Is this bold young male here to hang around? Let us know in the comment section below what you think is going to happen, or how you feel about all of this. If you're enjoying these virtual safaris, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'll keep you in the loop so you can watch more of these incredible episodes. But thanks for watching. Bye for now.